being in this room is just like you can feel your cells filling up with light, and then it's just like it's like a happiness with no bad side to it. It's just like complete contentment, I guess.
I usually describe it as a collaboration of all kinds of religions and cultures in one very non-judgmental, non-pressure environment for people who believe in good, basically.
Greatest thing I think about going to these events is just meeting all the people, seeing people you already know, having a lot of fun. We always have a lot of fun. We do crazy stuff.
I thought this weekend was incredibly amazing.
It was awesome. It was really great.
This memory is going to stick with me forever. Yep.
The openness and the acceptance of all the people here, once you come, it's instantly you feel the warmth and the love that you would feel in your own family, and you get a feeling of being at home. And it's a place where everybody, they can share their opinions, their voice can be heard, there's no judgment, and you can really share what's in your heart and open up to people.
The reason it's called the Heartcenter is because you've awakened, and then you pour the goodness that you've found in yourself out to the world. So it's just, I don't know. And then of course it's called the Heartcenter, I guess, because everybody in here has pretty amazing hearts.
The people that I met and hung out with here, it's hard to describe. Like I met people here that I met people here that I've spent time with for 2 days that I know I'll be friends with for the rest of my life. And how often does that happen? They're just, everybody's so, for lack of a better word, awake. They're aware of everything around them. They know how to treat people. They know how to have fun in a good way, not in not in a bad way, which is so rare, I think.
It's been so nice to see everyone just connect here and just be themselves. It's been a real honor, and I'm truly grateful. And yeah, thank you guys.
Advice. It's really hard. Use treasure maps, I guess. Treasure map is like when you physically outline, like on a paper or like in a publication or whatever, it's like what you want yourself to be in like so much time, like in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Like what you want to have this kind of house, exactly, specifically this kind of house in 20 years. Cost this much money, have this many windows, this many rooms, this many bathrooms. You gotta say the exact things like that. And you focus on it, you look at it, and you put energy into it, and it happens.
I think what I've learned is that no matter how different we are, like where we're from, who we are, what we like to do, we're all the same. Everyone wants a hug.
All right. I like to think that there's no such thing as something that is offensive unless you take offense. And when you get criticism and when you find a situation in your life that challenges you, that makes you become emotional and feel bad about yourself or anything like that, you have to quickly let that pass. And as soon as you clear your mind, you'll be able to grow so much quicker if you just, don't think about what someone says as an attack on you. The worst thing you can do is become defensive. And just, when you start to accept people's advice and try to learn from everything, then you will.
Piece of wisdom. Probably the only thing I can really say is just try to be kind to everyone and anyone you meet, and hopefully it gets returned in that way back, or is passed on through other people.
Well, I think a good thing to do is to exercise, because if you're feeling like angry or just not very balanced energy, just exercising, going out running. I think the best thing is to run in nature, because then you really get to connect with that too. So for me, that's sort of like a meditation, so that's what I recommend, definitely.
The piece of wisdom that I would say I used in my life to help me grow the most is actually just discipline. And that might sound kind of boring, but it's actually pretty fun. Like the way I do it, the way it helps me is I'll choose like one area of my life and I'll just work on it and try to improve that improve my life one area at a time. So I may choose a goal in fitness, in diet, in my spirituality, in whatever, and it's kind of fun. Like, so let's say I choose, I don't know, I'm not going to eat this food anymore, or I'm going to do this diet. And, you just stick with it and you try to do it the best that you can. And then when you accomplish it, you feel this sense of completion and you're like, wow, I did something. I have the power to change my world. And you just do it with everything. And it gets really cool because then, like at first you're like, okay, small thing, like I'm not going to drink coffee anymore. But then you're up to big things like, okay, I'm going to learn Spanish. And you're just like, or I'm going to learn French, or I'm going to learn Swedish, or I'm going to learn Italian. And then you just make progress in those goals one at a time, and it's just awesome. And you start to feel really like a really accomplished person. And it's like your life is, it's just like you're making your life better one piece at a time.
We're always talking about being in the moment. And coming here and seeing the discipline that people have, of how amazing they are, like at being in the moment and just being just so happy all the time, And when they are sad, you recognize, hey, I'm sad, but that's okay, I'm sad for a little bit, but then I can be happy again because, no matter what happens, as long as you can be in the moment and try to help others be there too, then I think that's what we really need to do.
If there's one advice I could give, it would be in regards to wholeness and finding your inner self. It would be to abide in the present moment, to live in the now, and that may sound simple, and it even may sound very repeated as you've heard it in many books or things, but it's simply letting go of attachments to the future, looking for salvation in the future. And this is a message that's so important to young hearts, because we're at a point in our lives where it looks like everything is in the future. Our education, our jobs, our loves, everything looks like it's in the future. And we're just striving and just focusing on anxiety and pain because we want to be there more than where we are now. And the truth of the matter is that the only place of power and of love and of peace is the present moment, is here now. Salvation is here now, not in the future. And being able to bring that awareness to your heart, to your life, and trusting that the future will be exactly how it's meant to be. It will unfold, and trusting in God. Life will be simple. Doors will open. You will bring to your life what is required to fulfill your mission in life. So my advice would be just to let go of your attachments and be here now.
For whoever's watching this video, come to our events, because I guarantee you will have the absolute time of your life, and you will never feel, I don't think there's anything more spectacular than just feeling the incredible energy and love that is in this group. It's just the most life-changing thing. I mean, the experience is almost indescribable. I cannot tell you how this has changed my life, but I absolutely love the Heartcenter, and I especially love the people in it and everything that I've experienced within. So, God bless.
I liked it a lot.